Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. How are we all doing? My name is Kee. We are live for Brentford against Chelsea. A little bit of Saturday night football. Why not? We've watched already today Arsenal dismantle Nottingham Forest 3-0 in the opening game, the 12:30, the early game. Ange Postecoglou not having a pretty happy return to the Premier League, it must be said. So not a great start for Ange Postecoglou in his Nottingham Forest career. Then we watched all the 3 o'clock games. Admittedly, I didn't watch those on this channel. We didn't stream those. But the 3 o'clock games were pretty crap anyway, let's be honest. We watched Everton and Villa. It was 0-0. That was the game we were going to do at 3. 0-0, awful game. But then, 5:30, we've just watched Spurs play really, really well, it has to be said, away at West Ham. Fully deserved the 3 points. And now we've got another London derby. We've just watched one, West Ham against Spurs. Now we're going to watch another one, Brentford against Chelsea. Yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know in the chat your predictions, what you're thinking in this one. I have got the lineups for you. We'll go through them in just a moment. So let me know what you're thinking for this one. Keith Andrews. Look at the state of that. Warning, flashing images. Look at the state of that. Look at that. I'm meant to be going to grounds like that. I can't go to football matches like that. Shocking. Absolute discrimination. Yarmolyuk, Henderson and Jensen midfield with Thiago and Schade up front. Chelsea's lineup is Sanchez, Hato getting his first start, Chalobah, Fofana and Adebayo. Interesting. Enzo, Caicedo, Neto, Gittins, Buonanotte. Interesting. Well, there you go. That is the two teams. You can see them now if you go to YouTube, search Premier League Dad. Key Thomas, that's my name. You can go and check me out on YouTube. And yeah, the lineups are on screen. No, they're not. Now they are. There you go. They're the lineups for this game. We've got Kelleher in goal for Brentford. It's Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg, Pinnock and Lewis Potter at the back. Then it's Yarmolyuk, Henderson, Jensen midfield, and Schade and Thiago going forward. So Brentford going for a 5-3-2. Chelsea have gone for maybe the same, actually. I think it is going to be a slightly more 5-3-2 look and feel. They've got 4 centre-backs basically back there. They've got Hato, Sanchez in goal, Hato, Adebayo, Chalobah and Fofana. So no right back, no left back really on the pitch. Hato can play left back, but he's not really a left back by trade. He's a centre back. So I'm surprised by that. Maresca basically playing 4 centre backs at the back. Reece said reading the warning itself would cause someone a fit. Honestly, mate, it's mad. It's mad, and this is why I can't go to Premier League games anymore, because I have no idea if my team is going to start doing that anytime soon. So, you know, they don't do it at Anfield currently, but hey, they might do. The game that I go, it might start. I'm goosed. Fernandes, Caicedo midfield, Gittins, Buonanotte, Neto just behind João Pedro. Facundo Buonanotte signed from Brighton for £2.3 million on loan. That's a really odd signing, isn't it? Has he agreed to sign for Chelsea permanently? Because I don't think he has he? Chelsea have a plan for Buonanotte. What's the plan? Facundo Buonanotte has wasted no time in making a good impression on his new Chelsea teammates. Loan deals rarely get the supporters of any club too excited. In Buonanotte's case, there is no option or obligation to buy at the end of the campaign, although Chelsea do have matching rights. This means that should another club try to buy the 20-year-old from Brighton next summer, Chelsea will be given the opportunity to match it. Okay. That's a really odd situation. Why have Chelsea loaned Buonanotte from Brighton? Buonanotte, who didn't really do an awful lot at Leicester last year in the Premier League. He got 5 goals, 2 assists in 31 appearances. It's an odd position to put him in, and they've started him in the 10. They've immediately brought him in. He's making his debut tonight for him, and a player that couldn't get a kick at Brighton, all of a sudden, is starting for Chelsea. But there you go. Odd. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, we'll be talking through tonight's game, all the other games that have happened this weekend, all the games that are coming up tomorrow, of course. And let's see. That guy Miles says, had enough of these Tommy Robinson racist man roaming the streets of London. Our country is built on migration. But listen, right, I'll say this. I absolutely agree with you, by the way, on that in terms of migration and all that. And I don't want to make this all political. But what I will say is let's not demonise people we don't agree with. Let's not demonise that. The whole Charlie Kirk thing and all that stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff I disagreed with him on. But I will say, the one thing I absolutely agreed with him on, the absolute 100% agreement on, is you can't go around saying that anyone that disagrees with you is absolute racist pieces of filth. You can't go around saying that. And in the exact same way you can't go around labelling the other people as that. You know, you just don't do it. You can't do it. It's not healthy. It doesn't create... nobody wants that. It only ends badly, trust me. So, I just feel like whatever side you're on, whether you're left, right, doesn't matter. You've got to talk more. More talk is definitely the answer. Be as respectful as you possibly can. Make sure you don't go around calling people all sorts of labels and things. So it's never helpful. Labels never help. Assumptions don't help either. And to be fair, I have to say, there's a lot of people I know. I say a lot of people. I don't know a lot of people. But I'm from St. Helens, which is probably a bit of a stronghold of those sorts of people that you're talking about. There's a fair few people I've seen who've posted stuff like that, maybe, you know, people I went to school with, you know, people I've not spoke to in 20 years, but I've still got them on Facebook. And you see them posting stuff. Now, I know what families they come from. I know they're, deep down, they're good people. They're not awful people. So I can't really get on board with the whole anyone who likes that stuff is an absolute racist piece of filth. But I will say, there's some people who maybe have been dragged down a rabbit hole and maybe, I don't know. But more, either way, whatever way you want to talk about it, whatever side you're on, however strong you feel, more conversation, definitely the answer. More conversation. Definitely not the stuff that we saw happen in the last few days. ZQXV, Kukare not starting. Papa John's, I swear, I reckon you'd be a great manager. Oh no. Absolutely not. Jake, yeah, no man should be killed in front of his family just because of his opinion. World's gone mad. And Nick says, my career in gambling is officially done. Oh, did Alaves kill you today? Alaves against Bilbao. Yeah, bad night, that. Liam Manning says, Chelsea win here. Chelsea to win here? I've got Chelsea draw no bet, but I think Brentford could surprise a few. Ostermorg, I like this Brentford lineup. Back 5, it looks like. Yeah, back 5, but with there's a bit of pace in there, isn't there? Coyote gets forward. Keane Lewis Potter gets forward. Nick Nakai, Key and the gang. If only more people were as sound as you are, Key. Oh, mate, listen, I'm not sound. I've got as many. We all know I'm a raging misogynist, of course. We all know I'm an absolute dinosaur, sexist, raging misogynist that loathes women's football. So I'll own that. But look, we've all got to work on stuff. I don't believe I'm any better than anyone else. I'm not taking any sort of moralistic stance on this. I'm just saying I think people should talk more. However you line up, whatever political view you've got, talk more. With people you disagree with, that's the one thing you speak more with them and try not to hate them. Because ultimately there's still people who've not as many people as you believe, as you might think, are absolutely like evil, awful. Most people are just normal, working people just trying to get by. Shelley, I'm back. Good to see you, Shelley. Ostermorg, is this Hendo's first Prem start for Brentford? No, I think he started... Oh, no, it might be, actually. I think he has only come off the bench in the last couple, hasn't he? Yeah, you might be right, actually. It might be his first start. Nick Nat, Chelsea should be winning this. Well, you would think so if they want to compete for the title. Then, yes, they have to be winning this, don't they? Swifty, that's what Kirk was doing. We've demonised each other too much. It is that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I just think it's far too... It's far too nuanced. And every time I speak to someone about whatever hot button topic it might well be that we're talking about, I always end up getting dragged into a conversation of how it's Rasmus Højlund has scored 2-0. Rasmus Højlund scored for Napoli. Shelley, what was Spud's score? It's 3-0. 3-0 it finished. West Ham 0, Spurs 3, and West Ham got Souček sent off. Yeah, whenever I get into a conversation with people about whatever topic, whatever hot button issue it might be, because listen, I've spent time in the pub and there's always a crazy guy in the pub, isn't there? Sometimes it's me, who is just going off about something, and it's so easy to go, that person's evil, and they are an absolutely awful person. I never want to speak to him. Worst thing you can do. The best thing you can do is talk to them and have a chat with them and try and understand where they're coming from. Even if you don't agree, just where they're coming at it from. Because a lot of the time, it's either, I don't know, maybe they've had a personally bad experience, or maybe it's just a misconception. Maybe they've, like I said, gone down the rabbit hole. But remarkably, people would try and have you believe that there are incredibly simple solutions to the most complex and nuanced things. Like things that have been going on. I'm not going to say what we're talking about here, but there's literally been things that have been going on for 100 years near enough. And there would be people arguing like absolutely it's black and white. It's so simple, black and white. This side is awful. This side is absolutely fantastic. And it's really not that simple. Everything's so incredibly nuanced and complex, and it's not great whichever way you look at it. So people far cleverer than us have never been able to solve some of these things. And when you get into an argument with someone and they say, it's so stupid, if you think this way, you're an absolutely evil person. Yeah, then you've it's them that's not quite open-minded. Try not to take it too personally. Brentford with a big chance. Maybe. Hit it. They've scored. Oh, no. Oh. Charlotte, how's it going, Charlotte? Liam Manning, the news don't even come on my screen. I can't be arsed with it. Mate, no, I agree. See, I don't watch enough of the news. Or I don't watch much of the news because, again, it's the old adage, if you watch it, you're misinformed. If you don't watch it, you're uninformed. So, which one do you choose? And yeah, I tend to find out last about stuff. I got told, I didn't even know about Charlie Kirk until kind of it had already been and gone. So, yeah, sad that it happened and all that. Oh, cheers, Austin. I didn't even see my timer wasn't on. Thank you for the reminder. Christ, we're nearly 10 minutes in, aren't we? What are we on? 6 minutes. Oh, Christ, we're not that far ahead. Come on, Key. Sort yourself out, lad. 6 minutes, 15, 16, 17. Jesus Christ, why is it jumping ahead? There you go. There we go. We're off and underway. Thanks for that, Ostermorg. I appreciate it. ZQXV, what 3 o'clock did you watch? I didn't. I did. I watched Everton against Villa, but I didn't watch it on the channel. It was crap. It was awful. Swifty, I can't lose sleep over foreign conflicts. How could we truly understand what's going on? And also, which one do you prioritise? Like I said, I mean, there's people who are literally making it their life's mission, and I can totally understand why it is really upsetting. It's awful, but like, there's so much evil stuff that goes on in the world. Like, there's stuff going on in China right now. There's stuff going on in Myanmar. There's stuff going on in Sudan and Syria and Ethiopia, and You know, there's loads of stuff going on around the world where people are dying. You can't, you know, it's all awful. It's all awful. No matter where you look, there's awful stuff around the world. So, yeah, you can't. It feels like if you're not focusing on one particular thing, that you're this evil person. So I always try to just let people. There's so much other stuff going on around the world. What do you want me to focus on? Like, I'll be honest with you, I can't look past the end of my nose in terms of, I have my priority, which is, like, my family right here, right now, and improving that sort of thing. Like, I ain't got time to look outside that. And I think if everyone just improved their own lot, their own home, generally, you'd have a better world, wouldn't you? If everyone just not looked after number one, don't get me wrong, I want to help other people, but I feel like you can't really help other people if your own thing's in crisis, right? Shelley, how long's it been playing? Timer on 0-0. We're on 8 minutes now. The timer is fixed. Nick Nack, it's good to keep up with current events, but not get too wrapped up in them. Bad things happen, unfortunately. We still need to live our lives and focus on the things we can actually control. That's it. That's a better way. That is a better way of me saying what I said. Because it sounded like I was a selfish bastard, the way I said it. I meant it that way. Nick Nack was far more eloquent than I was anyway. Swifty, I need to watch the news, sadly, as it often influences my investments. Bloody hell. See, I just watch the footy because that influences my investments. I'm not clever enough like you, mate. You've been round the what's the word? What's the expression? You've been round the block. You know far better on that stuff than I. Swifty, what is true, what is propaganda? Both sides will blame the other. Again, very true. Yeah, very true. But hey, let's focus on the footy, eh? I mean, this is a degree of escapism, isn't it? Brentford and Chelsea, Saturday night. Aren't we lucky that we get to sit here and not have to worry about that stuff? We're blessed that we're sat in our homes right now. I don't know where you're sat. Maybe you're sat on the toilet having a number two, watching me enjoy a bit of Brentford and Chelsea. I don't know what you're doing. But whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a nice night. And your family's well, and you're well. And life's good, and you prosper. And you achieve your dreams, and all that good stuff. I want nothing but the best for you. Joe Kee Starmer. Oh, please don't call me Starmer. Kee Starmer. We do share a syllable, don't we, I guess? How shit a Club Brugge. How shit a Club Brugge. I can't say anything else. Club Brugge are getting beat by some team I've never even heard of. Ral La Louvière, newly promoted in the Belgian league. And they're beating Club Brugge. Shocking. All I need is a Bruges or draw. That's all I needed. Bruges or draw. Shelley, the Inter game was good before. Yeah, it sounded good, didn't it? Juventus 4, Inter 3, was it? Swifty, I'm under an electric throw with a nice piece of flapjack. Can't say I've ever had a flapjack. My missus quite likes flapjack. She'll have a flapjack occasionally. Like a nice lecky blanket, though. I'm partial to a lecky blanket. My mum bought me a lecky blanket when I was about 18 or something like that. It was Christmas. I was getting Christmas presents, and I opened it. It was one of them where do you know when you get? Maybe you don't have this. I don't know. I'm sure we all have had it at some point. But Christmas presents when you were a kid. It was when you stopped getting like actual presents and you got practical stuff. There was a line where it crossed. Do you remember that? And this was it for me. That was the one. Actually, well, there was two actually that Christmas. So we had Christmases all up until kind of 15, 16, where I was getting, it was toy. Well, maybe not 15, but you know what I mean. Where you're a kid and you're getting toys and like actual Christmas stuff. And then I remember coming down one Christmas, and I wasn't 18. I think I probably was about 14, 15. And there was a big thing under the Christmas tree, like in wrapping. It was all wrapped up. There was a big, massive thing, and then another thing next to it, and a few other little bits and bobs. And I looked at it and was like, whose is that? She was like, my mum was like, it's yours? It's like, you're joking. That's mine. That's wicked. I can't wait to open that. I've got a big present for a not a teenager. Well, yeah, I was a teenager, but you know what I mean? I wasn't a grown-up. And I was like all excited because it was like, oh, I've got an actual big present. And I opened it, and do you know what it was? I got a lecky blanket on one of the presents, and I got a chair on another. And I was like, what the fuck? What? Why have you got me these? And she was like, well, you said you was cold the other night, so I got you a lecky blanket. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Why have you got me a chair? Well, you know, you're doing your A-levels and stuff soon, and we've got you this desk in your room, and you can, you know, we've got you a nice chair as well. Yeah, it's great that, Mum. Thank you. And I really was appreciative, but the first gut reaction was like, oh, fucking hell, really? I'm getting chairs and lecky blankets. I'm like 15. Where has my life gone? I felt like a middle-aged man at 15. Tools, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that, practical stuff. You're like, ugh, better than socks. But yes, I mean, socks and like smellies, you expect them, don't you? You expect to get like, I don't know, like a Lynx Africa set and stuff like that. I promise I'm not an ungrateful little bastard. It really was. I always said like, oh, thank you, it's so nice. But, oh, it definitely reminded me of where I was in life. That I was like, yeah, wow, that's my childhood completely gone there now. Ostermore Key, did you see the own goal in the Leeds game? I did. What a horrific one it was as well. It was quite far out, wasn't it? 3-star Reds. I've listened to Tolga and he has decreased my shares in Sky Bet, but still love him to bits when he pops by. Oh, mate, I stayed away from Tolga. Tolga still messages me occasionally, but I think because he's not delivered the goods anymore, he's kind of stayed away. Gareth 1978. I know about half of the Chelsea players. Swifty wanted a games console but ended up with socket spanners. Oh god. Oliver Sims, what a performance from Robin Riss, the Sunderland goalkeeper. I haven't seen that, but I've heard, yeah, someone else said that on Twitter earlier. They mentioned it to me that he'd played really well against Palace. Clean sheet away at Selhurst Park's no mean feat, is it? So fair play. Gal says, Voltamada called him scoring to my mag's girlfriend. Liam Manning, I like getting a card with no money. Like, wow, cheers. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That's another thing as well. Talking of little Christmas nuanced things and mad stuff that happen. Like, do you remember? Maybe you're not blessed to do it, so I apologise if this not triggers anyone, but, you know, it's upsetting if you've not got your nan and your granddad around anymore. But, like, I remember my nan used to put money in a card, always, and she used to always spell the name of the of our street wrong. She used to always get it wrong every single year. We knew that it was a card from my nan because it would have written on it local urgent and the name of the, like, I won't say the name of the street, I'll make a name up. Let's say it's, I don't know, Seaside Avenue, right? She would always write Seaside Close or Seaside Street or Seaside Road or whatever. Like, it would always be a different thing and she'd always get it wrong, but it would get here because it had the postcode on local urgent and the number. Anyway, I always remember the first time my nan stopped putting money in my card because I turned whatever, I think I was 21. And at that point, it's like, go and get a job, get a life. I already had a job, so I was fine. But it was a line crossed. I was a bit like, hang on a minute, I'm still your grandson. Get some money in this card, you skinflint. I know you've got your pension coming in, Pat. Come on, sort your life out, love. Still want some money coming in here. Nick Nark, I had an auntie that always called me Nicky. Used to hate it. Nicky. No, I don't really have anything like that. Although I have got a similar sort of situation with my wife, her uncle. When I first met, one of the first things me and my wife ever did was we went to a Christmas party at her house with all of her family. So I basically met all of her family before we was like even official. And her uncle, after I left the party, said to my missus, oh, where's Spence? And she was like, who the fucking hell's Spence? Who are you on about? And he went, you fella, the lad you brought, Spence. I'd been talking to this guy all night. It's her uncle, do you know, like a mad uncle, Uncle Knobhead sort of thing. Does the wacky backy and all that sort of stuff. He's a cool guy, but he was like, where's Spence? Anyway, to this day, he still calls me everything but Kee. Everything but my actual name. Calls me Spence or Trev or I don't know, whatever he called. But Spence is usually the one. Coins in cards, yeah. John Steve, I hate to say it, but Sunderland look a lot better than I expected. Liam Manning, my nan stuck a £2 coin in my cards. Gareth Mason Mount injured again, and my nan still sellotapes a £5 to my Christmas cards. Yeah, it was always fivers, wasn't it? Fivers with nans. It was never a nice little purple number. It was always a little greenie, or maybe a couple of greenies if you were lucky. A nice little orange number with a tenner in there, but very rarely. If it was a big birthday, you might get 20 at a push. 3-star Reds, I just buy my nephew and niece the latest Forest shirt in 2XL at Christmas, and when they say it's too big, I say, never mind, I know someone who it'll fit. Yeah, that was basically what I used to do with my nephew. It was just Liverpool kit every year. But he's not really interested in football anymore. He's gone into rugby. So, kind of lost my bond with him a little bit over that. Swifty, digital money never feels the same. It doesn't, does it? Doesn't. Taylor, NUFC, KS, is it all Chelsea? Not really, no. I mean, Brentford have had a big chance. It's 20 minutes in. We've not really had an awful lot of quality or clear chances from either side, have we? If we're dead honest, there's not been an awful lot of quality on show from either side. But Chelsea are dominating possession. I'll say that. Brentford, I would say, have had the best chance. Would we agree with that, folks? If you're watching and you're watching along with me, would you agree that Brentford's chance earlier, which went just wide, it took a big deflection, that was probably the chance of the game, in my opinion. Brentford are causing problems on the counter-attack, but Chelsea definitely have the most possession anyway. They seem more in control. Olori Adesanmi, show the match. Okay, yeah, sound, I will do, yeah, no probs. Liam Manning, I remember years back I got a PS2 and thought that was sick. Yeah, my standout one at Christmas was a Dreamcast. I think I've told this story before, but basically when my mum was like, there's a few consoles out this year, and which one is it that you want? We don't know, which one would you want? And I was like, oh well, there's the GameCube, there's the PS2, and there's the Dreamcast, the Sega Dreamcast, and all of them came out the same year. It was like a massive thing, and everyone was trying to say, oh, who's going to win the console wars? I knew the GameCube wasn't going to be great, but I really, really deeply in my heart believed that Sega would win the console wars. They would take over from Sony. I had the PlayStation 1. Everyone had the PlayStation 1. But PlayStation 2, I was like, I've heard things about this PlayStation 2. It's crap. I am not having a PlayStation 2. I want the Sega Dreamcast. So, Mum, get me a Sega Dreamcast. I want Crazy Taxi. I want Virtua Striker. I want all of them. I can't wait. I'm going to play Sega Dreamcast. And I got it, and within a year, Sony had just dominated and taken over. And I was like, oh, Mum, can I get a PlayStation 2 now, please? ZQXV says Tino, top 3 fullbacks in the league. Yeah, maybe top 3 right backs, I'd say. Yeah, maybe top 3 right backs, but not top 3 fullbacks. Swifty, I've never had a PlayStation or Xbox. I've never had an Xbox. PlayStation 1, surely you had a PlayStation 1, Swifty. Swifty 1981. Surely, if you're like 9 years older than me, you must have had a PlayStation. First generation PlayStation. You'd only been a teenager. Joe, go on, Key, show the game. Liam, I had a Sega Mega Drive and a GameCube, never had a Dreamcast. I had a Sega Mega Drive, and I had a Sega Master System before that, although that was inherited. And I had a Super Nintendo. Do you remember SNES? Super Nintendo. And you used to have to get the cartridges. You literally got the cartridges out and you'd be like that, blowing in the cartridges like a harmonica, trying to get them to work because they wouldn't work first time. And then a couple of years later, you were doing the same with PlayStation discs, rubbing them on you, going like that, rubbing them on your chest like that, rubbing them on your shirt, and then putting them back in. Memory cards. Remember memory cards in PlayStations? Love it. Knick-knack, PS2 was the one, massive own goal. Yeah, definitely shot myself in the foot there. Right, Brentford, long throw into the box here. First real chance for them to put Chelsea under pressure. N64. Yeah, N64 was cool. GoldenEye. The GoldenEye generation. Do you know what? Maybe it wasn't GameCube. Maybe it was N64. Sega Mega Drive, PlayStation, and N64. Maybe it was that. That actually makes a little bit more sense. I'm now starting to doubt myself. When did N64 come out? N64 was 96. Right, when did GameCube come out? 2001. When did PlayStation 2 come out? 2000. Right, no, so it was GameCube then, wasn't it? 2000, 2001. It was PlayStation, GameCube, and Dreamcast. And Dreamcast was 99. So there you go, September. So basically, I was 10. I was 10. It was Christmas 2000. Oh my God. Swifty, I was 14, 15 when the first PlayStation came out. I had a PC by then. Josh Doyle, N64 was before PS1 or the same time. When did PS1 come out? N64 was 96. PS1 was 94, yeah. No, PS4 was before N64. Mad, innit? Mad how time flies. I mean, Christ, I don't feel like 5 minutes since me and you were in school, does it, Josh? 95 in the UK for PS1. Crazy. Was that in the UK? Yeah. 3rd of December 94 in the US. 9th of September 95. Oh, no. 29th of September 95 in the UK, or in Europe. So it was like a year and a half before N64. Right, all the way back to Kelleher in the Brentford goal. I'm really rooting for Quivine Kelleher. I really wanted to have a good career at Brentford. I like him a lot. Three-star Reds, I had an old Nintendo console with that used game cassette. I sold it. Wish I'd kept it now for what they're worth now. Yeah, I think most people wish they'd have kept all of the old stuff because it has shot up in value, hasn't it? Do you know what the crazy thing is, though? You can get them little emulators now. Have you seen them on TikTok? Yay! Thanks, Paul. Really appreciate it. Have you seen that on TikTok? The little, like, Fire Stick type things you can get, and they're like, 2,500 games or whatever, and it's basically got everything that they had on the Sega Mega Drive and the Master System and the Super Nintendo and the Dreamcast, the PlayStation 1. It's got all of them. You've literally got all the WWE games. It's a great little emulator. Knick-knack, what's mad is the PS2 is 25 years old now. Yeah. 25 years ago. You have no idea how depressing that is for me. Liam Manning, where's Ouattara? Dango Ouattara is... I don't know, he's been left. Is he on the bench? I think he is on the bench. I assume he's on the bench. Yeah, he is on the bench. Maybe coming back with a knock after the international break or something. Obviously, he played against Salah in Burkina Faso in the African qualifying World Cup games. That was on Thursday night, I think, Thursday night. So it might just be that he's got back late and they've not quite assessed him, or not quite happy with his fitness, so they've left him on the bench as a precaution. Chelsea, ball in, straight out of play. But yeah, good to see you, Paul. How's things? Swifty, first console I had was the Atari. We had Atari man in the estate that would rent you games for a week. Or see, we just had dodgy uncles and dodgy people around the street who, you know, chipped PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that. I remember, I swear to God, most heartbreaking day ever. Josh, you might even remember this. I used to go around. There was a lad's house nearby to us, and it was like, I don't know what his mum and dad did, but they had a massive house, and they were always out. And it was just him, basically, all the time. Especially in, like, the 6-week holiday. It was just him all the time, on his own. And when I say we basically just went round and played games on PlayStation and whatever all day, and then we went in the garden. He had a massive garden, and we used to play footy in his garden and ruin the grass. And his mum would, like, go mad at him. Anyway, so we just had the run of this house. And I had a store. Oh yeah, I used to take round this like little red binder, and it had loads of like. Honestly, it's like a Bible of games. It must have had about 150 discs in it. It was massive, and it had loads of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games on it. And it was just we used to just flick through it and say, "Oh, should we play that now?" Yeah, go on. And we went. And was playing footy in his garden. I had this big thing just kind of sat at the side. And his dad came home and said, "Get out, you're ruining the grass, you lot. Go and play footy over there." So we went and climbed over this like school fence, and we started playing footy over the school. It's always where we used to go. And then the caretaker of the school came while we was playing. And it was one of them where we had to leg it quickly because this guy used to rugby tackle kids. I'm not even kidding. And he would hold you till the police come. He'd done it. I'd never been caught, but he had seen him do it with other kids. So everyone was terrified, and he clocked us, and we just legged it. And I left this massive binder of games, just like chilling at the side of the pitch. I was like, oh no. So yeah, heartbroken from then on. Paul Hexham, C64, Commodore, Amigas, had them all, mate. Liam Manning, how's Buonanotte gone to Chelsea? Used to have someone local from me that sold me pirate films. Pirate films? Josh, was it Dave? No, not Dave. Danny, you might remember him. You do remember him because you used to play footy with him. Swifty, he would come in an estate car and open his boot. All the kids would go mad to get a game. And Nick, that says pirating shit was dead easy in the 90s. Yeah, my Uncle Mickey used to do it. Remember him. Chimey says, how are Chelsea playing? To be honest, mate, it's 30 minutes in. I don't think we've had a meaningful shot on target. It's been a pretty poor game so far. Brentford have created a couple of openings where they've had a shot and it's deflected wide and things like that. And they've a couple of half chances. Chelsea have had most of the ball. At least that's what I've thought. Let me check that right with the stats. Yeah, so Chelsea have had 64% to 36% of Brentford in terms of possession. They've both had 2 shots, none on target for either team, and they've both had a corner kick each, and they've both had a card each as well. So that's the sort of game that we've been talking about. There's not really been any huge chances, although Brentford are winning the XG. The best chance of the game has gone to Brentford. But no shots on target. 31 minutes in. It's not been great. Liam Manning, remember Blockbuster? Yeah, Blockbuster. Everyone was dead excited when you went and got a Blockbuster, weren't they? Blockbuster Video. Sad. Sad how life changes, innit? Be yourself, Dylan. Hi again. It's going to be 0-0. Dylan, you're like a thingy of doom. Harbinger of doom. Every time you come in and say it's going to be 0-0, it usually ends up 0-0. I just need to back your odds, don't I? Back your predictions, don't I, really? They're in here. Brentford. Oh, well cleared. Robert Sanchez. Nearly 1-0. That's a foul, ref, every day. Come on. Knick-knack, possession means nothing. What's 4/5 of the game? Possession is 4/5 of the law. Whatever the expression is going to be. Yeah, I mean, they've definitely had more of the ball, Chelsea, but they've just not done anything with it. Ostermorg, my favourite part of this game has to be the Coyote throw-ins. I like Coyote. Good fullback. Underrated as well. Really, really good. Be yourself, Dylan. I think West Ham might get relegated. Did say it. Called it before the start of the season. People laughed at me and said, no chance, West Ham ain't going down. And I said, whoa, you watch. It's coming. Liam Manning and popcorn, etc. Loved it. Same here, pal. I'm getting movie chocks. Movie chocks. So excited for the next season of 24. Can't say I ever watched 24. And I love Kiefer Sutherland as well. Knick-knack, all part of Brentford's game plan. Well, Chelsea are in here, chance. Cleared away. That's better. That's really good play by Brentford. And what a ball that is. And Sharda's in behind. Could be one. Hit it. 1-0 Brentford. What a goal that is. Kevin Sharda. Oh, that's a fabulous finish. It has to be said. What a goal. We knew something like that was happening on the counter-attack. They were always likely to create a chance there, Brentford. What a goal. What a goal that is. Who was that who made the pass? Was that Jordan Henderson, who everyone says is dusted, who everyone says is washed? Jordan Henderson. What a pass this is. What a fabulous pass this is. What an absolutely wonderful pass. He asks for the ball, and it's first time as well. No, it's not first time, but what a ball that is. Honestly, people tell me all the time, Jordan Henderson. Oh, do you know what? Jordan Henderson, he's a good workman-like midfielder. Don't you dare insult him. Honestly, he was one of the best midfielders the Premier League has seen. Absolutely fantastic captain. So underrated. That guy has pulled off assists like that so many times. Took a massive, massive deflection, it has to be said, Sharda. But he got a shot away. He got a shot on target. It's 1-0 Brentford. What a finish. Great ball by Henderson. Bournemouth a third, says Dylan. Are they really? Well, there you go. Brentford 1, Chelsea 0. JBLFC. No. I have Chalobah in my FPL. Listen, I've got Chelsea to win this. Or at least Chelsea draw. So I could really do with Chelsea getting one back in front here. Or at least getting back in. HGTXV, Hendo still got it. And Liam Manning, Hendo underrated for sure. Yeah, his legs might have gone now, but his ability is still there. I'd still be putting him in that England squad. Honestly, he's not. People took him as he's finished when he goes to Saudi. I still think there's not many better in that holding role for England. He's brilliant. Ryan, how is this team worth $2 billion? They need to ask for a refund. Yeah, Chelsea's Enzo Maresca's might be one of the surprise sackings of the season. Papa John's Big Ten before half time. Premier League dad. Big Ten. What's Big Ten? What does that mean? Don't know what Big Ten means. We're about 10k likes. Are we talking about 10k likes? We're only on 5.2. No way we're getting to 10 for half time. We've got 9 minutes. Swifty says Tuchel picks him to run training drills, etc. Sharda's another underrated one, 3-star Reds, despite the result against them the other week, Dylan, and after today's result at Arsenal, still confident we won't be joining West Ham. Yeah, no, they're not going to be. Nottingham Forest won't be going down. Ryan says, Key, you proved me wrong about Hendo for England in 2025. I apologise for dismissing greatness. And Papa John's 10 minutes before half-time, mate. Oh. Do you know what? How did I not know that? Big 10 before half-time. Yeah, it's a big 10 minutes before half-time. What am I on about? Why did I not know that? I was thinking to myself, what is he talking about there? My head's not with it, mate. You said I was going to be a good manager. You're joking, aren't you? Keep losing me marbles. Liam Manning says, Keith Andrews' tactics are working a treat. They will struggle, I said. Again, surprise package. JBLFC, it's Josh, by the way. Oh, good to see you, man. And Ben Hughes, Hendo lad, what a pass. What an assist. Nick Nakshada scored 11 Premier League goals last season. He was played out wide an awful lot, though, wasn't he? He was never through the middle, which I think is where he does thrive. Oh, Kelleher. Look at that. Big Queeve in goal. Yes. Gal, surprise, surprise, can't break down a low block FC. Easy peasy. Reese's Footy Feed. Unfortunately, Brentford aren't going to be anywhere close to being in bother, are they? No. No, they're nowhere near it, mate. They are miles off going down. I was always surprised when people said this at the start of the season when we were asking who's going to go down, who's going to go. Loads of people said Brentford, and I just couldn't understand it. Didn't seem to make any sense. Yes, they've lost Mbermo. Yes, they've lost Wisser. I just feel like the rest of the squad is still absolutely brilliant. And obviously Thomas Frank. I still feel like the rest of the squad's absolutely brilliant. Damsgaard is incredible. Nathan Collins, I think, again, most top six sides would have Nathan Collins. Kelleher was the best number 2, maybe, in football last season. They've still got good, young, talented players as well. Sharda, Carvalho, we've not really seen enough of. I think Coyote, Keane Lewis Potter as well is another one, the 2 wing-backs. Feels like they've got enough there, Brentford, that they might not make Europe or anything like that, but there's no way they're going down. It's like Everton. They're kind of like Everton, I would say. They're not going to get dragged into it. They've got sufficient depth and quality that they're going to be okay. But, yeah, they're not going to do anything else either. JBLFC says Wolves will go and Nick-Nack too early to call, but I thought they'd be in the mix for relegation. The win against Bournemouth in the EPL Cup was an impressive result. They battered Bournemouth that night, didn't they, as well? Liam Manning says, good to see Kelleher getting to be number 1. He deserves it. And Swifty, the midfielder, went to Arsenal too. Collins is a very solid centre-half. Be yourself, Dylan Hoyland scored for Napoli as they lead 2-0. Yeah, listen, there's a few results going on tonight that are really worth watching. But I have got Bruges. That is absolutely killing me at the minute. Club Bruges are getting beat, I believe. It's half-time. Ral La Louvière 1, Club Bruges 0. I cannot believe what I am witnessing here. Unbelievable if Club Bruges don't win that. So hopefully they get back into it, because I've got them on absolutely everything. What else is going on tonight? Oh, we've got Atletico Madrid against Villarreal. That's done. Italy, Napoli winning obviously 2-0 up. France, we've already done that one. Fofana's not looking himself either for Chelsea recently, is he? 3-star Reds, is it Carabao Cup next week for some clubs? It is indeed, yes. Carabao Cup next week for some, while the Champions League is on, and then the week after, the Europa League is on, and the Carabao Cup for the other team. So, for example, Liverpool next week play Atletico Madrid. The week after we play Southampton in the EFL Cup. Next week, Forest are away to Swansea. As you know, Forest are away to Swansea. And the week after, they're in Betis, aren't they? For the first Europa League, maiden Europa League voyage. Away to Betis. Ostermorg, I think Brentford sold well this season as well. Scammed Newcastle and got a decent fee for Mbermo. Yeah, I mean, what was it? Nearly 130, 140 million for Mbermo and Wissa? It's not bad going, that, is it? They've absolutely rinsed United for that. And Newcastle, it has to be said. Right, Feyenoord are winning. That's good. Portugal, Sporting Lisbon. I needed them. And I think that is it, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Is that it? Slovenia? Yeah, no, that's it. I think that's pretty much it. Right, okay. Knick-knack, United are good at getting rinsed. They're not particularly good at or particularly astute at getting good value for their players going the other way, are they either? I mean, Anthony for 20 million quid. I don't think Højlund at 40 million is 40 million. That feels like a good deal for Napoli. I still feel like Højlund goes there and starts really well. I mean, he's already done it. He scored tonight. I think there's a player in Højlund. But yeah, I desperately need Chelsea to do something here. Ben, I thought we play Southampton this Wednesday. No, week on Wednesday, mate. We've got Atletico Madrid first, and then we've got Southampton the week after. Yes, the 23rd Southampton. Lee Oxley, how's it going? Steven Gerrard and Wayne Rooney in a charity game. Watching it tomorrow on YouTube. Really? Oh, I didn't know. D28, good to see you. How's it going? John Zena, Volta Messi. What was that? Rasmus already scoring for Napoli. Pedri, Palestino struggling here. Need to get something going. And John Zena, surprised Dango hasn't started. Who are United playing in the Carabao Cup? John Zena and Bermo is definitely worth it. He's a mini Salah. No, he's not. He's a good player though, in Bermo. I like him a lot, but I think Cunha's the star signing. Pedri, Independiente versus Banfield about to kick off. I've got River Plate away at Estudiantes tonight. I'm looking forward to that one. Albeit, I'll just be waking up in the morning and seeing what the score was. Be Yourself Dylan says Liverpool 5, Atletico 1. Hope so. Joe, I'm going to see Gateshead play Hartlepool on the 23rd. Local derby. Who are you supporting? You're a Gateshead fan, aren't you? John, he's exactly like Salah, just a goal assist machine. Have they not turned him on yet? Has he just not been turned on? He's not been switched on? Knick-knack, the thing is the top clubs try and buy ready-made players, whereas clubs like Brentford, Brighton, Bournemouth are buying players cheap, knowing they will need time to develop. Not that United are a top club, but they think they are. This is it, and I think that's a strategy that has served the Brentfords, the Brightons, the Bournemouths well, hasn't it? It's half-time here now. Brentford 1, Chelsea 0. What a goal that was. I'm really glad that Jordan Henderson got the assist. It's a really good assist. Yeah, so I am intrigued to see exactly how this second half goes now, because Chelsea are going to have to come out and do something. They're going to have to, maybe did they make changes, do we think? Gareth 1978, some pass from Henderson, and John Baleba has been stinky since he was quoted for 120. Yeah, he didn't want to play, did he, against, was it Everton? They dragged him off at half time. And apparently Herzler and Baleba had words that day. Rangers get battered everywhere they go. Pedri, you streaming Boca versus Rosario tomorrow? No, absolutely not. John, he's exactly like Salah. We've done that one, sorry. Gareth, Garnacho on second half. Do you know what? I didn't look at the bench. Let's have a look at the bench. Chelsea could make some changes. Let's see who they could bring on if they needed to. I definitely think they need some width. The setup is completely wrong. So yes, I would be bringing Garnacho on. Cole Palmer's also on the bench, by the way. I think they're missing some sort of a bit of an energy. I would bring Cucurella on. I would be bringing Cucurella on. I would be bringing Malo Gusto or Reece James on. They need a right back. The balance is just all wrong. So I would be taking off, maybe, Fofana and Chalobah, or Fofana and Tosin, or Fofana and Hato, whatever. Take the two fullbacks off, put Reece James or Gusto and Cucurella on. Then I would be putting Garnacho on for Buonanotte or Gittins and just say go for it. Cole Palmer too, balls to it, go for it. They really do need to do something. Famalicão 1, Sporting 0. Nick Nat can't see how Chelsea win this. Some talent on the bench for sure. Have they taken Brentford a bit too lightly? I just feel like it's an odd strategic setup, isn't it, from Chelsea? Why have they gone with 4 centre-backs at the back? Joral Hato is the worst rated outfield player on the pitch. He's already been booked. He's been done every single time on that right-hand side, but Brentford's right-hand side. He's lost loads of duels. It's not been a good start for him. And I just feel like Hato, Chalobah, Adebayo, Fofana, they've got no fullbacks or wing-backs. There's no width. There's nobody who can naturally carry it forward. So Fernandes and Caicedo are then isolated. Gittins, Buonanotte, Neto, Pedro aren't getting any of the ball, which is basically what we're seeing. Thank you for that. Really appreciate the gift. Thank you for sending that through. Liam Manning out to the promoted team. Sunderland are 7th. Some pass from Henderson, says Gareth. United need some good kids to come through. They just sell them though. Look at the good kids that they've brought through. What's happened to him in recent years? Mainu, they're not playing. He's one of the best that they've brought through. Rashford's out on loan. You know, Ahmad, they signed him, I know, but you know what I mean? He had to start young and then came through. Even Toby Collier. Toby Collier's been sent out on loan. Like, and again, he was signed, wasn't he, from Brighton? But it feels like anyone that United are producing through that academy, they're not. McTominay's at Napoli. These are players who would absolutely play for Manchester United, and they'd run through brick walls for United. Weren't they? They're not playing for United. It's madness that United are taking that approach. Paul, thank you very much. As always, Paul, lots of love. Really appreciate that. In terms of Brentford's setup in the second half, they're 1-0 up now. Do they sit off? What do they do here? Dylan, need Pedro to save my FPL. I've got Pedro as well. I could do with Pedro scoring. Simeone isn't conceding 5, says John. Tottenham had a great game, says Jordan. He did, yeah. Adzo, what do you make of that Mosquera Arsenal signing for 15 million? Still too early. Still far too early. He's a good young player, or at least he looks a good young player so far, but he hasn't really been tested. He came off the bench at Anfield. Wasn't really tested, if we're dead honest. Liverpool and Arsenal just kind of... The ball stayed mainly in the midfield areas. There wasn't really an awful lot of quality in the final third because they were defended very well. It was a midfield battle for 90 minutes. And today, again, I don't think Forest were really testing Mosquera. So I'll reserve judgment on him, and I think that would be wise for other people to do so too. Again, 15 million, young player. Looks good, sure. But, I'm not sure I'd be professing him a Ballon d'Or winner or anything like that just yet. Callum says Chelsea ain't getting top 4 if they don't get a centre-back and a goalkeeper. There was a lad who used to come on our channel quite regularly. He's a Chelsea fan. It's the only person I think up to now that I've had to actually block. Because he started sending really awful, abusive messages because I didn't think that Chelsea were going to win the league. It's the only person I've had to block, seriously, like that we know in terms of an actual like person that's been on the channel a while. Started being really awful anyway, and Chelsea, there's no chance they're winning the title. No chance they're winning the title unless they get a centre-back, at least one, and a goalkeeper. They're miles off it. Absolutely miles off it. Joe says, I follow Gtech, but I've lost interest lately, but my mate asked me to come along, looking forward to it. Oh, it'd be good, that, yeah. Make sure you get some pictures. The local games are wicked, aren't they? Yeah, non-league and stuff like that. I love watching non-league. Clarkey, stick to a back five and let Chelsea come at them. And only Jordan Simon's great assist as well. Yeah, it was all right. Good corner, wasn't it? User not found. Papsart and Bergval masterclass today. Bergval's just unbelievable. One of my favourite players. I'd love for Liverpool to have got him. For Malikau 1, Sporting 1. Gareth, how much more can they spend, Chelsea? Not very much. Yeah, they're definitely running out of it. Gareth can't spend money though, can they, Chelsea? Well, they can't keep spending it. But you would think, anyway, at some point they've got to rein it in. Nick Nack, I thought Bournemouth might struggle after selling their entire defence. Yeah, I was surprised the way they approached the game today against Brighton. They were fantastic, weren't they? Beating Brighton after Brighton were, doing City last week. Or before the international break. For Bournemouth to beat Brighton at the Vitality, well done. Dylan can't imagine being that deluded to think Chelsea has a chance at Prem glory, and how pathetic to send hate to people who don't agree with it. But I was going to say, to be honest, I can live with a bit of hate. I'm not that bothered about people saying nasty things. I couldn't give a monkeys about that. But this was just relentless, and it was boring, to be honest. It just kept coming up in the same. Every single game was just kept saying the same thing. After a while, I was just like, dude, just leave it. Just leave it. And then, yeah, after a while, you just get fed up and block them. John, I've got a feeling that United win 2-0 tomorrow. I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. I can't see United winning tomorrow, I'm sorry. I'd be amazed if United managed to get any more than a point. I think a point would be a great result for United away at City. I'll be live for it though. I will be here for it tomorrow. So if you want to join me for it, we'll talk it out. We'll watch it after Liverpool have hopefully secured 3 points against Burnley. I'm doing 3 games tomorrow as well, by the way. So if you want to, stick around, make sure you've liked, make sure you've followed. Click up here on TikTok. Make sure you've followed and subscribed on YouTube. I'm live tomorrow for Liverpool Burnley. Then I'm live for City against United. And then I'm live on the night. We're doing Barcelona against Valencia. Lamine Yamal not fit for that one. And apparently he might not be fit for the Newcastle away game next week in the Champions League. But Lamine Yamal, a big miss for Barcelona. So I imagine Marcus Rashford plays tomorrow. So we'll see how Barca get on. We'll do a little bit of scouting before the Newcastle game next week, which I'm live for that as well. Be yourself, Dylan. 3-1 to City. That's my prediction too as well, mate. John, they won last time at the Etihad and they were arguably worse back then. Well, they won at the Etihad. That was one of the worst games. Do you remember that game? Oh, it was one of the worst games going. It was so bad. Gvardiol scored one. They put him 1-0 up. It was awful. And then all of a sudden, it was Nunes, wasn't it? It was Mateus Nunes. A stupid back pass. And it was a penalty, wasn't it? Yeah, penalty. Bruno Fernandes steps up, 1-1. And then Amad Diallo, again, back pass, stupid decision. Amad Diallo runs on it, rounds the keeper and taps it in. For that, I feel like City basically handed them the 3 points. City didn't get played off the park. City didn't play very well themselves. United didn't play very well. And I just think City are a better team than United ultimately. Even City playing at 6 out of 10 are better than United's 9 out of 10. I just don't feel like United have got the players to compete with City. Especially not at the Etihad. Maybe at Old Trafford, the atmosphere could get up and all that. But I'd be surprised if City lost tomorrow. Very surprised. Again, from my point of view, if I'm really honest, I actually wouldn't mind City to lose because I think City is still one of our main title rivals. So every time City and Arsenal drop points, I'm loving it. It's great. So I'm fine if City were to lose tomorrow. I'm made up. I obviously don't want United to win, but no, I think a draw might well be the most likely outcome. Did you see Højlund scored his first goal for Napoli? Man United are not beating the allegations. Mate, they're shocking. They're absolutely shocking. Paul will most likely be on for Burnley v Liverpool, but can't make it for the Manchester derby. Mate, no worries at all. We'll be live for that one. We'll watch Liverpool together, if nothing else. Nick Nack, Spurs did City, Bournemouth. Spurs did City, Bournemouth did Spurs too. Yeah. Bournemouth flying. Maybe underrated, gone under the radar a little bit. 3-star Reds, it's still far too early to predict top half places or relegation. By end of October, mid-November, we should have a far better idea. That's true enough. That is true enough. And Nick Nack, Arsenal looking strong. That win at Anfield was a huge 3 points for Liverpool. It's all the more baffling, isn't it, why they didn't really just go for it. I've not been that impressed with Arsenal, I'll be honest. The results aside, I've really not been that impressed with Arsenal. I don't think there's an awful lot of redeeming. Today they were good. I'll give them... Today they were brilliant. I thought Leeds, they were poor. I thought United, they were poor. And I thought against us, they were poor. Today was the best I have seen Arsenal. But they didn't... I don't think they deserved to win at Old Trafford. They definitely didn't deserve to win against us. And I thought Leeds, even though they won 5-0, they were really fortunate in the end. Leeds actually played all right in the first half. Fidders, will you show the game live? Yes, mate. Yeah, just stick around for another half hour or so. I'll get it on for you, no problem. Gareth, Arsenal had a free hit at Anfield last week. Long season ahead. Not sure why they didn't go for it. Exactly. Free hit. Exactly the way I would have described it. Free hit. Just go for it. Why not? John Zena, who do you think should replace Amorim? I'm thinking Seb Hernus will be United Jurgen Klopp. Good manager, Seb. I'm on first name terms with him. He's a good manager, yeah. But I don't think he's the one. I think if Manchester United sack Amorim, a smart appointment would be someone... I think they need someone that gets them back to basics. Like, if you think about Sean Dyche at Everton. Now, I'm not saying for 1 second that Manchester United are where Everton were. Everton were very much on the brink of relegation. However, it was a bad time for Everton. And Sean Dyche came in almost like a break glass in case of emergency type of manager appointment. They brought him in. He sorted him out, and it was a kind of a bridging appointment, wasn't it? He took him as far as he possibly could, and then immediately Amorim comes in, and it's, you can understand why they've done that decision. Then Moyes comes in, you can understand why they've made that decision. There you go. Cucurella and James for Hato and Fofana. Exactly what I said. They needed to change the fullbacks. Let's get a bit of width. So they've brought 2 new fullbacks on, Reece James and Cucurella. Tyreek George has come on for Buonanotte as well, so a little bit of pace in there. That is the 3 changes that Chelsea have made. And we are off for the second half. So yeah, I think they need a bridging manager, an appointment of someone who'll just come in, help them get back to basics, help them stop losing games. Because that's a huge thing. United aren't just not winning, they're losing a lot of games. Like, hasn't he lost something ridiculous? Like, I don't want to quote it, but let me find it. Ruben Amorim's record at Manchester United is absolutely appalling. He has played 46 and got 1.37 points per game. That's outrageous, isn't it? That is absolutely outrageous. Played 46, lost 19, lost 28 out of... Lost 28, sorry, failed to win. Let's say that. Failed to win 28 out of 46 games as a Man United manager. That is absolutely outrageous. 28 out of 46 games. Managed, actually, Key. Ben, I think they were listening to you, Simon Wilson. Nick Nack for Ten Hag to have a better points return than Amorim isn't a good look. And Ostermog, do you think Southgate would be a good stopgap manager? No, I think Southgate is Sir Gareth. I think he demands, if he's coming in, he'd want like a big sort of... I think he would feel a little bit, not insecure, but if you're bringing me in, I'm the guy. Like, you're not bringing me in as a stopgap. You're bringing me in to be the guy, to reinstill the values of Manchester United. And he's not that guy. Like, I'd be, personally, as a Liverpool fan, I would be chuffed if they signed Gareth Southgate. If they appointed him, brilliant. Because that's a real problem for him. Oh my God, what a ball that is. Oh, what a tackle. Who was that? Who was that? Oh, Chelsea, this is... I don't want to use the word, but I tell you something. This is absolutely unbelievable defending from Chalobah. Great defending to recover it. But it's kamikaze stuff. I was going to use the S word then, but I'm not going to say the S word. It's kamikaze stuff from Chelsea at the back. Oh, my God. Liam Manning, Nuno at United. Gareth don't follow much of German footy. Listen, Seb Hurnis at Stuttgart is solid. He did get beat today, mind, by Freiburg. Threw it away. But, yeah, he's a good manager. Really good manager. Looks like men against boys, this says Nick Nack. Yeah. Good ball in. Corner. Easy save from Sanchez. Reese's Footy Feed. I can't remember when United last dominated a Premier League game over 90 minutes. It's true. What are Chelsea doing here? They just keep giving it away. It's just chance after chance. Brentford, I'm not even kidding. It's been nearly 4 minutes into the second half. Brentford could have scored 3. Brentford could have scored 3 in the first 3 minutes of the second half. I'm not even kidding. That's not me exaggerating. Brentford have been all over these in the first 3 minutes of the second half. They've come out. That might even be a penalty. What's Enzo Fernandez doing there? That's a penalty, that. That's a penalty, referee. Are we checking that? No, of course we're not. Of course we're not. We're just ruling goals out for players getting pushed by their own teammates in the last one. VAR, absolute nonsense. Sack him. Is that going to VAR? No chance, Gareth. You know it's not. I know it's not. It's never going to VAR. Should be going to VAR. Brentford should be 2 up here, at least. Men against boys, this one. Look at Keith Andrews. He's having a go at the fourth official. He's saying, come on. There's no way that wasn't a foul. He was all over him, Enzo. Chelsea getting away with refereeing decisions yet again. Would you believe it? How many times have they got away with this stuff this season? That Fulham game was ridiculous. That was even worse. Gareth, if that's at Old Trafford, it gets given. Liam, it's Chelsea. Key, what did you expect? What happened at Fulham? And Vibes King says only George on. No, they've brought 3 on. They've brought Kukurea on for Hato. They've brought Reece James on for Fofana. And they've brought Tyrick George on for Buonanotte. Nick Nat can see Maresca being under pressure if they can't win these types of games. Brentford again, big chance. Good ball. Wow, unlucky. Unlucky. Collins is a top player, says John Zena and Lisha not long ago. What do you mean not long ago? Not long ago at Fulham. Chelsea are in here. Big chance for Chelsea. Oh, unlucky. Very nearly an equaliser. Hey, it's going down here. It's all happening. Tone, more chance Key going to the bar than that going to VAR. Hey, 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 hey. I'm no skinflint. What a save that was from Quaveen Kelleher. Great play, Quaveen Kelleher. That's why he's one of the best keepers in the Prem. What a save. George nearly scored. Read the comment above it. Collins is a top player not long ago. The comment above it is Collins is a top player, and you said not long ago. Yeah, I'm no skinflint. Where have you got that I don't pay for my round at the bar? I absolutely pay for my round at the bar. If anything, I'm one of the guys who goes up and settles the bill early and then sneaks off. Clarkey, most of the Irish goalkeepers play Gaelic Key. John, how's he given a foul for that? The referee's had a shocker. Let's be honest. He's had an absolute nightmare. Nick Nack scuffed it too, but a save had to be made. Reece James getting a speaking to there from the ref. Ref's having a stinker. FM No Casuals, what a horrendous day for hackers. Tell me you've not backed Club Bruges as well, like I have. Club Bruges are absolutely murdering me at the minute. One 0 down. They're still 1-0 down. How are Club Bruges 1-0 down? Tone, drive you to drink, I'm meaning. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that might happen. Honestly, how they're in the Champions League, I'll never know. They're like rock bottom as well, aren't they? That Ral Lalouvier or whoever they are. Haven't they just been promoted? Well, they're not quite bottom. That's Dender, but... Actually, no, they would. They would have been. They would have been rock bottom. Well, 15th out of 16. Oh, mate. Club Bruges have got to do something here. They've got to. They go third above Mechelen. I'm never back in the Belgian league ever again. Ever, ever, ever again. If they lose that, it's shocking. That Kevin Schade looks rapid. He is like the proverbial shit off a shovel. Lisha, Reese, bro, you forgot when we bossed your team for the whole 90 at the Emirates, even with 10 men. That's true enough. Leon Meek, bro, Chelsea will come back. I don't think so. Atletico Madrid 2, Villarreal 0. Both of those teams playing English teams in the Champions League next week, and I'm watching them as well. Atletico Madrid travelling to Anfield, Villarreal travelling to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, do we think the Spanish team, how do the Spanish teams get on in England next week? In fact, Barcelona coming to Newcastle. So, it's literally, again, it's La Liga against the Premier League, isn't it, next week? Arsenal against Bilbao. Newcastle against Barcelona. Liverpool against Atletico. Spurs against Villarreal. Hey, and Forest against Betis. It's England against Spain this week in Europe, innit? England against Spain. Three-star Reds, I have my views on this referee. Gareth, I'm going to PSV Liverpool. Can't wait. Nice. And probably because Simon Mignolet is terrible. Key, surely that's not a pint. That is massive, mate. What, this? Yeah. It is. It's an IKEA glass. But I've not got a coaster. I really needed a coaster. And the ice has basically just made the bottom like water. So it's just dropping all over the place. Oh, my desks. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely shocking. We get ring marks and everything all over my table. Tone would love to see 3 Spanish beatings. Who were? Dylan, gone are the days where Charles de Catalara was smashing them in via crosses from Van Aken. Club Bruges, R.I.P. Well, they stuffed Rangers the other week. Club Brugge are alright. Solis up front, and the left back was absolutely... What's the left back's name? Young left back. Says. What an absolutely fantastic player. Cole Palmer's come on here for Jamie Gittins. Nick Nack, you need to commission some merch. What, as in for the coasters? Premier League Dad coasters? For myself, actually, not even for anyone else, just using myself. Chelsea, ball into the box, cleared away. Get Ouattara on. Gareth says Henderson's so underrated. Henderson bossing a £250 million midfield. And FM No Casuals, if I back them, they lose. If I don't, they win. Belgian League for you. I've got a few crackers in tomorrow, though. I've got Sheriff Tiraspol against CS Petrokub in the Moldovan League. I've got Partizan Belgrade in the Serbian League. I've got Celje away in the Slovenian League. I've got Malmo away at Elfsborg in the Swedish Allsvenskan. I've also got Hacken at home against Gothenburg in that one as well. Sturm Graz at home to Austria Vienna. What else have I back tomorrow? I think that's it, to be honest. It's a fair few good, like, rank ups. Oh, and Estudiantes against River Plate tonight. River Plate or draw away at Estudiantes. John Zena, didn't Tyreek George go to Fulham, or am I bugging? He very nearly did. Yeah, he nearly did, but it fell through in the end. John Zena, how much have you put on Club Bruges? Only a couple of quid, mate. £2.50. But it's not just on Bruges. It's on, like... They're on... I do ACCAs, but only small ACCAs. £2.50 here, £3 there, sort of thing. But I'll put them on, like, 10 or 15 games, and I'll always do double chance. Which I know is, like... There's always just one that throws you, and that one's the one that's thrown me tonight. Because it basically... I've got Club Bruges on most of them. Like, if there was a game that I was absolutely certain I would be able to get draw or, you know, double chance, it would have been Club Bruges, and they've screwed me up to now. There's 20 minutes left in that game. Nick Nack, Parmesan could be a game changer. Same week I drop him from my FPL, typical. I've done that. I've taken him out as well. Tone said they're good in Europe, Brugge, better than domestically. Think they were second last season domestically. Yeah. Well, I need a goal. Hopefully they can get one back. NUSCKS, do you prefer the league phase or the group stage in the Champions League? Oh, I like the league phase. I think that's... I am definitely a traditionalist in football, mate, but I have to say I quite like the changed Champions League format. What do you think? I enjoy it. I think it's better. We get more games and we get different games, don't we? There's not really any dead rubbers in there, it feels like. John Zena, they had a penalty disallowed. And Clarkey, you're watching Kilmarnock v Celtic tomorrow. No, mate. No, I'm watching Liverpool, Burnley. I'm watching City United, and then I'm watching Barca Valencia. They're the 3 games I'm doing tomorrow. Nick Nack, ACCAs is what the bookies want you to be doing. I just bet on individual results. Get more right than you get wrong, and you're in profit. Simple. This is it. Yeah, Nate, that's the smart way to do it. That's why I don't make any money. At the ATM key, what's the prediction for Liverpool Burnley? 2-1 Liverpool I've gone for, but it could well be 1-1. I think Liverpool starts slow. It wouldn't surprise me if Burnley score first as well, by the way. I genuinely think Burnley might score first. Paul Hexham says, to be honest, Champions League is really the new Super League, key. Couldn't agree more, Paul. Basically a few Premier League teams with... well, it's the Premier League, the Spanish League, it's the top 5 leagues with a couple of, Olympiacos is sprinkled in and a couple of others to make them feel like it's a European league. But it's actually not, is it? Torn Kelechi, possible debut for Celtic tomorrow. Kelechi Iheanacho. Daniel, are you feeling better? A little bit, mate. Yes, thank you. A little bit. I'm still feeling a bit ropey. Like, my throat's still a bit sore, but I've been talking all day. I'll be fine. Only another, half hour left in this one. So I'll be fine. I'll be all right. I can ride it out for half an hour. Right, in the league phase has made the Europa League way less competitive since Champions League teams don't drop down. In my opinion, they should just make the Champions League just the champions, but that's never going to happen. Ben, remember when they had 2 groups and you could be drawn with fellow English teams? Yes. Oh, what a goal that is! Who scored it? Is it Cole Palmer? Oh, it is as well. What a goal that is. Oh, we dropped him from our group, from our FPLs, and we've got it all wrong. Cole Palmer with the goal. Brentford 1, Chelsea 1. This Sharda will be the new big money sale from Brentford. Yeah, possibly him and Damsgaard. What a ball in that is. Oh, it just falls sweetly. Who was it who put the cross in? Enzo. João Pedro. Might be a João Pedro assist, that, though. Do you think? João Pedro assist? Yeah, comes off him. It's a João Pedro assist, that. João Pedro assist. We've seen this before. Feels like the momentum might have shifted. Yeah, João Pedro assist. Maybe we've got him there for FPL. Hopefully. Hopefully it counts as a João Pedro assist. Daniel, good to hear. Watching Arsenal is the cure for many things. Well, the only one that I took out of today is like, oh, here we go. Brentford chance. Oh, what a save from Robert Sanchez. I tell you what, I've criticised Robert Sanchez for a fair few things. He's not a good goalkeeper. That was a top save. That was right out of the top drawer. Great effort, that, from Sharda. Oh, unlucky. I was going straight in the bottom corner. Sharda with a fabulous strike. Ah, it's a beautiful strike. It's right in the corner. He has to be full stretch there. Great save from Robert Sanchez. Pushes it just wide. Feels like we've got a game on now. Last 30 minutes. Liam Manning, that's his job though, Kee. That's his job. You're a goalkeeper. That's your job. Nick Nack, no power on the shot though. Miss hit it. I don't know, it's right in the corner though. Brentford, miles over. Shocking. 3-star Reds, it's getting lively this one now. Yep, starting to look a little bit better. For Chelsea anyway. Palmer, ice cold, says Papa John's. Daniel Sanchez had a good season. Hopefully he reverts to type. And John Cena, did you see him cry on the overlap? No? Who? Roy Keane? Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, that was nice actually. It was when he was talking about his mum. Showing pictures of his mum and dad, wasn't it? Be yourself, Dylan. I knew Palmer would score straight away when he came on. Oi, oi, oi. We've got 30 minutes left here now. I wonder. Nick Nack feeling more confident that Chelsea will nick this. We'll see. Gareth Palmer is Chelsea's only top player. No, mate. Caicedo's absolutely phenomenal. Caicedo's different class. John Zena shows he's not an angry robot and actually has emotions. He's a good guy, Keenan. Underneath it all, he's a good fella, I think. Oh, that's great play from Cole Palmer. Yarmolyuk dragged him down. Callum, who's in your fantasy, Key? I can't remember. I had a look before. I've got João Pedro and Bowen up front. I've got Isak on the bench. I think midfield, I've got Tonali, Salah, Szoboszlai, Ismail Assar, and Burmo, I think I've got as well. And then defence, I've got Van der Ven, Van Hecker, Spence. Might have Cucurella as well, actually. And then in goal, I've got David Raya and Keller. Yeah. Oh, and I've also got Juve from West Ham. Palmer's a game changer. Ben Hughes, good Roy impression, la. That's your job. I can't do many, to be honest, but that's probably the half-decent one that I can do. Ryan, I dislike him, but Cucurella is actually a really good one. He's a good player, Cucurella. A good player, Cucurella. Cole Palmer with a shot from distance. Cleared away. Cleared away. 65th minute. Oh, Brentford have nicked it. Chance. Karma's a game changer. Again, if you're new around here, make sure you click like and subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, head over to YouTube. Kee Thomas, Premier League Dad. I am live every single day. We're live tomorrow for Burnley against Liverpool. We're live straight after that for Arsenal. City against Chelsea. City against Chelsea. City against Man United. Manchester Derby. It's because I'm watching Chelsea. I'm watching the Manchester Derby at 4:30, and then I'm watching Barca against Valencia on the night. Do a bit of scouting ahead of the Newcastle game. So if you fancy watching along with me, then make sure you like and follow and subscribe and all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell. Be yourself, Dylan. There's only 3 unbeaten teams left. Chelsea, Liverpool, and who? Can you guess? I don't know, actually. Who is it? Oh, unlucky. Better from Brentford. 3-star Reds, have you entered the Champions League Fantasy League, Kee? I haven't. No, I haven't done that yet. I probably should do, shouldn't I? It's Leeds. Yeah, is it Palace, Liam? It's Crystal Palace. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I like that. Good quiz question, that, Dylan. I wouldn't have said Palace off the top, off gut instinct. I wouldn't have said them. But yeah, good question. Getting stretched now. I think both teams, it looks like, could hit each other on the counter-attack. It's a good last 20, 25 minutes, this. Entertaining. Great defending from Pinnock, it has to be said, yeah. And Nathan Collins was right there if it had got past Pinnock. Nathan Collins was right there to block it as well, wasn't he? So, you know, Brentford have got a really solid defence back there. Right, free kick to Brentford. Who is it who's fouled in there? Chalobah. John Zena Collins was there for the Palmer one, and we saw what happened there. Right, 2 changes getting ready for Brentford. I think Dango Ouattara is one of them. So this should stretch Chelsea, give them some things to think about on the at the other end of the pitch. Gav's highlights. Come on the Chelsea. Come on the Blues. How you going, Gav? Good to see you, mate. Brentford play it short. Hung up to the far post here. Nathan Collins, flick on. Oh, unlucky. Johan Barzell. Which was the last female match you watched? Probably in the Women's Euros. I watched the Women's Euros, all of them. The final of the Women's Euros. I think we watched the last game, probably. Yeah, England winning it on penalties, as always. So yeah, we watched a lot. We watched pretty much every game in the Women's Euros. Club Brugge still losing. 10 minutes left in that one. Help a brother out. Palace didn't lose in June and July. That goes back a while then, doesn't it? The unbeaten streak. What's he give? Free kick. What's he give here? Oh, is that Enzo? Who's that who's gone down? Neto. That's shocking. That's absolutely shocking. Oh, he's allowed to take the throw in again. Okay, good. Good. I thought he'd give a foul for that. Thiago stood in front of the keeper. I don't know, Jeff. Here we go. Long throw into the box. Launched in. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. Cleared away. Back in. Flicked on again. It's just head tennis. They can't keep it on the deck here, these two. It's out for a throw into Chelsea. Neto's such a fanny, says Gareth. Oh, Shansuke Nakamura, you fucking doughball. Shansuke Nakamura, Mara. Shansuke Nakamura, you fucking doughball. Nick Nat just encourages pathetic diving, this new directive on tugging in the box. Tugging in the box. Oh, tugging in the box. Be yourself, Dylan, it's volleyball. Such a child. Where do you think is more famous, the footballer or the wrestler? Who? Who's the more famous, or the footballer or the wrestler? Who? Which footballer or the wrestler? Which one? Who? Which footballer are we talking about? Tugging in the box. Honestly, so I didn't even say it. It was Nick Nack who said it. But you're not getting away with that. Just encourages pathetic diving, this new directive on tugging in the box. No tugging in the box during matches. For the love of God. Would someone please think of the children? Oh, Rory the lap, hell of a throw. Oh, man, I'm too giddy now. I never got any tugging in the box. Well, hey, don't we all? Don't we all wish for a little bit? Someone clip that. Oh, stupid. It's absolutely good. It was nothing. It was Neto in the box when it was Neto and whoever it was from Thiago, and he dived and Gareth called him a fanny. And then he said no tugging in the box. Anyway, Rico Henry and Watara about to come on for Thiago and Jensen. I'm crying. Right. Don't get this on Sky Sports. No, you don't, Jeff. You don't. It's worth the bill alone, isn't it? Right, here we go. Brentford coming forward. Fiorentina 1, Napoli 3. Come on, Bruges. I only want a goal in Belgium. Give me a goal in Belgium. How many? That's literally going to wipe me out for everything, that. Everything. I'm pretty much down on everything if that actually happens. Stinking Club Bruges. The worst of the worst, these people. I've got Chelsea as well. Draw or Chelsea. Yeah, I really need Chelsea. Oh no, I've already got Chelsea. I'm fine. I've got Chelsea, but I could do with Club Bruges helping a brother out here. How are they actually playing? Second half. Oh, they're battering him. We had 10 shots in the second half, 65% possession. Oh, come on, Bruges. Get it going, lad. I've got to cash that out, haven't I? Chelsea must be... Oh, what a save! What a big save from Kelleher. An absolutely fantastic save, that. Oh, that was sensational stuff. That was brilliant. What's going on here? Club Bruges. Is it a goal? Is it a goal? Is it 1-1? Is it 1-1? Is it balls 1-1? Crap these. Sorry, I'm just trying to cash out. Cash out all my stuff. Good evening, Eddie. How's it going? Good to see you. Tuggy Tiago, says Joe. Are they still tugging in the box? John Van Aken goal. Great finish from outside the box. Are they actually? No. No. Are they actually? Don't say that. You liar. You're a liar. Oh, John, you little rat. You little rat. As if you've done that. You got me hopes up then. Oh. Yeah, well, that's going to have to be a cash out now, isn't it? Had to get your hopes up. Absolutely shocking, mate, that. FM No Casualty, if you can't rely on Club Bruges, you've got to wonder what's the point. Exactly, this is it. And I only had them all draw. No, I didn't even need them to win. Just draw. They're losing to 11th place. They're not even losing. No, they're losing to a team that would have been second from bottom when the night started. So that's what's cost me. Bruges against Real La Louvière. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thankfully, I've cashed out a little bit, so I'm all good. I've saved a little bit of it, so it's it's not the end of the world. But what if Club Bruges now score? I am livid. Right, what are we on here? We've got 15 minutes left, is it? There or thereabouts? 15 sort of ish. 15 minutes. Yeah. Chance Sanchez with the save. Come on, Brentford. I at least want Chelsea to get beat now, because I don't need Chelsea to win. Could Neto have gone for goal himself? Knick-knack seemed to open up for him. It did a little bit, didn't it? Gavs, you should have bet on the Juventus Inter game. Mate, I could have bet on anything other than this stupid Club Bruges nonsense. Need a Dango and Cuckoo goal, says John. Gav, that was a crazy game. Yeah, we should have done that one. In retrospect, I would have loved to do Juventus Inter Milan 4-3. We're going to do some more Serie A. We're live on Monday, by the way. Monday, I'm doing Como against Genoa. That's going to be one of our big games. Well, the big game on Monday Night Football. So if you want to watch a bit of Serie A football with me on Monday, Como against Genoa. Cesc Fabregas against Patrick Vieira. Two old teammates, Arsenal teammates, playing against each other. I imagine there'll be some, dare we say, some tugging in the box on that one as well. Always some dirty tactics on corners in Serie A, so maybe a little bit of that. Gav's highlights. Don't say that you want us to lose. You're a title rival, Gav. Come on, I've got to knock the title rivals down. What a ball in. Chelsea must be. Oh, cleared away, Brentford. Eddie Allen says Como for me. I think Como too. I'd be surprised if Genoa got anything in that one. Gareth says I stopped betting after Barcelona let me down against Celta Vigo for 700 quid in an acca. John Zena, I need a Dango and Cuckoo goal. For how much? Bruges goal. Shut up. Shut up. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're lying, Dylan. You're lying. I know you're lying. Please say you're lying. Are you lying? You're lying. You're lying, Dylan. Don't start. Don't start with that. Come on, don't wind me up. I've already cashed in anyway, so all it'd do is wind me up. It'd just annoy me at the fact that I've actually cashed out. John, Dylan is my burner. You fell for it twice. You absolute rats, the pair of you. I can't speak. Oi, have a fucking word with him then, ref. Oh, send the dirty get off. Get him off the field. They don't like it. That's just typical Warriors. Garnacho looks disgusting in that Chelsea kit. He's not even dyed his hair, has he? Has he dyed his hair? Feels like he's dropped his standards since he left Man United. John, no kit sponsor is utter woke nonsense. Oh, I like it. I prefer kit to no sponsor on. Old school. Here we go. Neto down the right-hand side. Chelsea, ball in the box. Big chance. Good bit of defending, that. Really good defending. Cucurella picks it up on the far side. Clarkey says Garnacho's getting the winner here. Do you think? Free kick to Chelsea. Reece James going down like a sack of spuds there under Jordan Henderson's challenge. Okay. Last 10. Big last 10. What do we think? Goals? Is there still a goal in this one, do we think? Ball in the box. Nah, straight away. Gone out. Gareth 1978 says, no, you need a sponsor on a kit. And listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not averse to sponsors. I just don't like the crap sponsors. Do you know when it just looks like it's been just, yeah. John, I see 2 goals. I think we're at 1 at best. I'd be amazed if we get a winner. Imagine the Liverpool kit without Candy on it. I know, but I like that. I like the Liverpool kit with Candy and with Carlsberg on. I do. I love them. But I also would say, I think if a shirt manufacturer, or it's not a shirt manufacturer, well, it should be like a shirt manufacturer, shouldn't it? If a kit sponsor sponsors the kit, they should be sponsoring it for a long time. It should be like a 10-year sponsorship minimum. I hate that Manchester United's kits, I don't like Man United's kits anyway, but how many sponsors have they had over the last like 10, 15 years? They've had Chevrolet, they've had bloody, whoever they've got now, Time Viewer, who have they had other than that? AIG, Aon. That was before then, wasn't it? That was like 15 years ago. Who else have they had United as sponsors? Spa One. Key. Can we do tuck in the box predictions from now on? Snapdragon, that was the one. Snapdragon. Aon, Chevrolet, TeamViewer, Snapdragon. Look at the iconic sponsors. Carlsberg, Samsung, O2, Sharp. Sharp view cam. Last 10 minutes here. Sharp is the one that springs to mind for me. When did that stop though? Sharp was up till about 2000, wasn't it? Maybe 99, 2000. Then he went to Vodafone, wasn't it? Vodafone has new offers. Snapdragon. What even is Snapdragon? Like, I'm sure they're one of the biggest companies in the world to be sponsoring United, but still, like, just, I think you've got to have a minimum, like, 5-6 year sponsorship period. Otherwise, you're just changing sponsors every other year, and it just looks ridiculous. Like, I think Liverpool have got a Carlsberg era, haven't we? We've got a Carlsberg era. We've now got a Standard Chartered era. I come from a Candy era. We come from a club where Liverpool haven't really had too many for like front of kit sponsors, and it would be weird if we did. So maybe I'm just not sort of open to change. Who've Arsenal had? Arsenal over the years have had a fair few, haven't they? They had JVC in the 90s. And then it was O2, wasn't it? They had PlayStation for a spell, obviously. Oh, what a goal that is! Who hits that? Whew, what a strike! Chelsea have won it late on. Is it Gittins? Is it Caicedo? It's Caicedo. Is it Caicedo? I think it is. It's Moise Caicedo's rattled it in. What a goal. An absolute screamer, that from Moise Caicedo. I think it's Moise Caicedo, is it? I'm sure it is. Oh, what a strike. What a strike. Who said he can't attack? Someone said earlier, didn't they? Someone said he can't. He's not. Chelsea's only world-class player is Cole Palmer. Pfft, this lad. Fuck it, what a player. What a player he is. If they are going to win the Premier League, it ain't going to be this season, not with that keeper and not with that defence. But if they are going to win the Premier League, it's because of Caicedo and Cole Palmer. Nobody else. Caicedo is absolutely different class. What an unbelievable finish that is. No keeper saving that. Rattled it in from about 25 yards out, maybe just outside the box. Some finish. Moise Caicedo rattles it in for Chelsea, and that's the winner. You would imagine with little under 5 minutes of normal time left, plus added time, the Ecuadorian gets the goal, and Brentford, who've played so well, it has to be said, Brentford have deserved something out of this game, I think. They've been really, really hard done to. I think probably should have had a penalty in the first half, would we agree? I think they should have had a penalty. Penalty Bruges, mate, shut up, don't say that. Is it actually a penalty? 98th minute. 98th minute in Bruges, and they've got a penalty. They've missed it! They've missed it! Good. I'm never backing them again. I'm never backing them again. Belgian rats. 98th minute. Get them gone. Get them sold. Get them all sacked. Absolutely shocking. Penalty to Bruges in the 98th minute, and they've missed it. Good. I'm justice, that. Absolute justice. Oh, off the post. Brentford nearly make it 2-2. Oh, it's all going off here. Gav's highlights, Burnley are going to win tomorrow. Oh, mate, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't say you're wishing us to lose. Oh, I thought that was off the post. It wasn't. It was Dango Ouattara. Takes a bit of a deflection, and Robert Sanchez with a good save. Oh, nice. Unlucky. You should have backed us, Kee. I did. I actually did. I've got Chelsea draw no bet. But it was on all the slips that Club Brugge were on. I had Club Brugge to draw or win. And I had them on maybe 3 or 4 accumulators with Chelsea. So I've cashed them out now. Cashed them. Right, what are we saying? We are all USG here. FM No Casuals. What are we saying? Oh, nearly 2-2. Robert Sanchez again with a big save. John Zena, do you see Gakpo playing tomorrow? I do indeed, yeah. Gakpo will start. I'd be amazed if he didn't, to be honest. Yeah, I think Gakpo probably starts with Szoboszlai at right back. Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz in the middle. Gakpo left. Salah right, Ekitike through the middle. I think there's the only real change there might be, and I would be amazed if we saw it, is maybe Andy Robertson coming in. Could maybe see Andy Robertson coming in for Kirkes, and that's just because Kirkes, I think maybe he's needed a bit of a rest after the internationals and stuff, but we don't know. I guess that's the only change there might be. Or, potentially, actually, Mamadashvili coming in for Alisson. I floated this yesterday as a potential change that could happen. Mamadashvili coming in for Alisson. Alisson was playing for Brazil in Bolivia on Thursday night. And Bolivia, La Paz, are playing at high altitude. It's known to absolutely knacker people. And he might not be quite ready. He might not be quite fit. I know he's only a goalkeeper and doesn't necessarily have to have the level of cardiovascular fitness maybe to play at the top level as other outfield players do, but it might just be a consideration that Arne Slot looks at and thinks, Arne Slot, Mamadashvili, does he come in instead of Alisson? Possibly, who knows. Gav, what about Isak or Ekitike? No, mate, Ekitike definitely starts. Isak is not going anywhere near that starting 11. He's played 15 minutes of first team match football all season, so you can't start. You can't just throw him into a starting 11. He'll get injured. Tremendous hit from Moise Caicedo, says Papa John's, and Be Yourself Dylan says Bruges lost. Yeah, Gareth, Alisson will start, mate. I think so too. I'm just thinking in terms of potential changes we might see. There's only really that one. But yeah, Isak I think maybe comes off the bench tomorrow for the last 10-15 minutes. I would imagine he does the same against Atletico Madrid in midweek. Again, 10, 15 minutes. And then I would imagine, oh, referee, you've had a shocker there. You've had an absolute shocker. Right, 6 minutes remaining here at the end of the first half. End of the second half, sorry, end of the game. There you go. 6 minutes added on. Fiorentina 1, Napoli 3. Joe, you reckon that Swedish bloke you signed starts? Gavs, I don't know if you saw that Amorim didn't want Sesko, he wanted Watkins instead, but the club got Sesko instead. I haven't seen that, no. Where's that? Nick Nack, apparently the Swedish fans are pissed off with him for not being in good shape. They lost 2-0 to Kosovo. The thing is, he came off the bench in that game against Kosovo and actually was their best player. He started creating chances straight away. The problem was they had another centre-forward up front who's not much good. Victor Mediocres, who didn't quite do his stuff. Steve, lost your voice, Chunky. Just about, mate. Yeah, just about. I'm still going, but I've been live pretty much all day. Ben, Bilbao have done me for 150 quid. Do you know what? There's quite a few who said Bilbao have done them today. But Bruges is who's done me. Club Bruges away at Ral-la-Louvière. Oh, mate. Absolutely shocking. Gav's highlights Goldbridge's show yesterday. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Beat yourself, Dylan Onana. Push someone as they lost 2-0. FM No Casuals, week off from the Hackers for me. Do you know what? It probably is the smarter thing to wait until kind of like the first 5-10 games is over with. Just so you get a feel for where each team is. Because that's been the problem, hasn't it? We've backed teams that we would have thought would have started the season really well and they haven't. Like, how many... Sheffield United have definitely let a few people down this season, haven't they? Look at where they are. Chance! It's 2-2! Brentford have done it! They've nicked it! It's Fabio Carvalho! Get in there! Yes! They've done it! You predicted 2 goals. They've got 2 goals. Brentford 2. Chelsea 2. How long's left as well? Less than 3 minutes. We might get another one. We might get another one. What an absolutely unbelievable one this is. They've caused... Throw-ins have caused Chelsea problems all night. It's just a flick on. It's a nothing throw into the box. Oh, who is it who gets the flick on at the front post? Is it Carvalho? No, I think it's a Chelsea player. It's Carvalho at the back stick who just gets... No, it's Collins. It's big Nathan Collins who gets the flick on, I think. Is it? I don't know who it is. Anyway, I don't know who gets the assist, but Carvalho, what an absolutely brilliant pop-up at the end there. Nicks it, tap in, 2-2 Brentford. Get in, Ayer. It's Ayer, sorry. Christopher Ayer with the assist. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. What's going on? What's the check? What's the check? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. What's the check for? What's the check for? There's no check. There's no check. What are you checking for? Goal. Of course it's a goal, you moron. What are you checking for? The check. Honestly, do you know what? That's irritating, right? Because they ruled out loads of goals without even checking them. Like the one earlier today against West Ham and Spurs. Just ruled that out in a heartbeat, didn't they? That's a perfectly good goal. There's nothing wrong with it. And VAR are just checking it anyway. They're just, let's just check it. Let's make sure we just have a look anyway. Let's just check. Let's make sure we go through everything with a fine-tooth comb and just make sure. But they don't do that when they rule goals out. That goal for Spurs earlier, I can't get it. Gareth says, goal. John, make your apologies as loud as your disrespect. I tell you what, Brentford are coming forward here again. It might be 3-2. Go and get a third, Brentford. Go and kill them off. Cole Palmer. Here's Garnacho. Pulls it back. Palmer over the bar. Oh, big chance. Ted Star, what's your favourite league to watch other than the English league? That's a good question, actually. I'm going to get a bit of stick for it, but I actually quite like watching the Danish league. I do quite like watching the Superliga. Midtjylland's fantastic, and Copenhagen, Brøndby, there's some great teams there, and there's some really good talent as well. If you look at Midtjylland's front three, I think all three of them will be playing in the Premier League in a couple of years. Absolutely fantastic. Gogorza, Osorio, Francolino, really top players. So yeah, Danish Superliga would be an outside one, but I like La Liga. We're watching La Liga tomorrow, Barcelona v Valencia. Watch a fair bit of Liga as well. Serie A too. We're obviously watching Como and Genoa on Monday. Serie A. I like all leagues. I don't know. I like them all. But yeah, Danish Super League is probably a rare one that I watch quite a bit. Right, so 96-32. I think that could be that, to be honest, for this one. I think it might be finishing any moment now, maybe. Nick Nat, you should be a scout, Key. I reckon I could make a bit more money doing that than this. Ted Star, another question for you then. Best fans are from which country? Best fans? That's full time here. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Best fans. Probably like the Eastern European teams. I've always liked the Eastern European fans. I always remember Liverpool playing Vilnius. Not Vilnius. Who was it? Who was we played? Oh, who was the Lithuanian team? Kaunas. FBK Kaunas. Liverpool played them. And yeah, they were absolutely wicked. And then we went away and watched Liverpool against Rabotniki in Macedonia. And Gamel as well. They were another team they were from Belarus. They came to Anfield. So teams kind of like Eastern European. I know it's not a particular country, but Eastern European fans are always dead cool. And when I went to Krakow as well, they were all really sound as well. Atmosphere-wise, oh God, I don't know about atmosphere-wise. Again, do you know what? Austria, I'd give it to Lask Linz. Liverpool played Lask Linz last year. Or a couple of years ago, and yeah, they were wicked, the away team, the away fans that came. JBLFC, what has just happened? Nick Nack Brentford deserved at least a point. And Daniel, do you think Barcelona should have kept Yamal's injury private? I still think he sneaks into that Newcastle game, but he won't be there for tomorrow's game against Valencia. Maybe it's just a precaution, who knows? But we'll see. Right, I am back for tomorrow. I am back for tomorrow's games. Liverpool against Burnley is the first one at Turf Moor. I'll be live from about 1 o'clock for that one, and I'll also be live straight after for the Manchester derby, Man City v Man United, and then we'll be watching Barcelona against Valencia on the night. So a massive thank you to everyone that has joined, everyone that has liked and subscribed. If you're new around here, please do. It takes 2 seconds. Just click like, click subscribe, help a brother out. And I'll be live tomorrow again, about 1 o'clock, for the big Burnley v Liverpool, Turf Moor. Can't wait. Let's see. Maybe Isaac makes his debut. Have a nice night, everyone. Take it easy.